friends, we were talking, and I got so pumped, but also just gave me a great idea because what I was telling them really shocked them. And some of the questions I was asking them, the way they answered it to me, I was like, is everybody doing it like this? We were on the phone, all three of us. And so we got onto this topic. Of course, the topic is what? Money. And I have told you ninjas that everybody needs to bring their prices up. We need to do it together. But you gotta know what you're doing. You don't wanna also lose customers just because now you're throwing prices up like crazy. You wanna make sure you accurately raise your prices based on the size of the yard and what it takes to get the job done, right? Okay. So one of the things I asked, and also they were really surprised by my prices in my area, which is another topic really, but I'll touch on it a little bit. Every area is different. Oh boy, is it different. When they tell me certain prices on their yards, I can't believe it. So it has a lot to do with area, no doubt. He told me there is a guy up there that mows 10 acres. He said he used to mow those 10 acres for $125. He said he did it for a little bit and he couldn't do it anymore. He felt like that the customer didn't want to pay anymore and he's like, I'm losing money. So now the guy that took over, he knows the guy apparently and they're buddies. And he said that he does it for $150. So only a $25 difference. $150 ninjas for 10 acres of mowing. Let me ask you a question, Ninja. He said, what's that, man? I said, listen. So let's say you pull up at a yard, and I was just curious, ninjas. I said, let's say you pull up in a yard, and you look at the yard, and let's just say the yard is a $50 yard. Just an example. You look, and you're like, all right, this is about a $50 yard, right? This is a pretty big yard. Front, nothing too crazy. Front, sides. You look at the back, and you're like, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's about a $50 yard. And then you go on the other side of the house as you're getting ready to go back to the front, and you notice the gate. And the gate is a small gate, ninjas. So now you can't mow it with whatever big mower you have, whether it be a 48, a 52, or a 61. So now you look at the yard, and now you see that gate. He goes, okay. So now you realize, now he only has a 52. He doesn't have like a 48 and a 36. So he only has a 52 and a 21-inch push mower. And I said, okay, so now you look at that gate, and you're like, shoot, I can't get my 52 in there. What are you gonna do? And he goes, I'm gonna push mow it. I said, okay, well, duh, all right, calm down. First of all, lower your voice. Still gonna charge 50? He said, yeah. And the other ninja that was on the line too, he said, I would too. No. No. We might have the disconnect here. Guys, you have to value yourself and your time and your work. The hard work. Guys, we've already covered this, ninjas. I don't have, let's say, a 36. And now I'm stuck to push mowing. I'm not keeping it the same price. I think this is where it's hurting us as an industry. I really do. What matters is time. It means it's gonna require me to be there longer at that yard because you can't get your big mower in there and you don't have a small mower and you only have a push mower, the price should go up. Now let me ask you a question, ninjas. If you do have a small mower, like I do, a 36, and I pull up at a yard and I'm looking at it, just like I did on the very first example I was giving you. And I'm like, okay, not bad. And I come around and I'm like, small gate. And then I look and I'm like, 36 will fit in here. Is it still a $40 yard? Now a lot of you are probably gonna say, yeah, why? I can't get this whole thing done with one machine. There's two machines involved and both machines are drinking gas. None of them are running on water. Not to mention the time. When I get done with the sides of the house and the front, I gotta go back to my trailer, drop off the 52 or 61, whatever it is that I'm using, and then I gotta jump on the 36, start it up, go to the back, and now you're stuck using a 36-inch deck. You're mowing a whole acre in the back when there was only a quarter or half an acre in the front. Come on, ninjas. I think this is the disconnect. I really believe that this is the disconnect. I really do. It just goes to show what's out here, ninjas. It's surreal. You have to value yourself, your time, and your work, and your quality. Ultimately, your quality will always set you apart. Make sure you do a good job. Sometimes you can't please everybody, and sometimes you can't make it look as good as you'd like, depending on the conditions and the circumstances, right? And we all come across that. But you got to try your best. And that's what sets you apart. And as you continue to upgrade your equipment, as you continue to upgrade a truck, a trailer, right? Mowers, your prices need to adjust. You've got more expenses now. Whether you pay the stuff for cash or you finance it, it doesn't really matter. The money you've invested is gone. Or the money now that you're paying monthly, it's an expense. I've always talked about this. All of us do the same thing. All of us will use that machine for aerating. All of us will use that for seeding. But there's more behind it of why customers are willing to pay you and want you. I've mentioned this to you guys before. It benefits both of you. It benefits you as a business owner because you've got some very loyal customers. But it also benefits to the homeowner because now they really have trustworthy and loyal guys, a company, right, that they can trust around their home. And they also know deep down in their heart that if you ever were to break something, damage something, of course by accident, I don't think any of us go out of our way to damage things in particular, or I mean on purpose, but and if you do, you shouldn't be in this business, or any business for that matter. But they know that if things happen, you're going to come straight forward with it. So there's a benefit to it. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you do. So what sets us apart? What's different between company A and company B? Well, one is going to be at a better customer service. The other one may not. One is going to be at a better connection with their customer. Maybe go out of their way a little bit here and there to help their customer, something that other company would say, well, that's an additional charge. The point is, you need to stand out, but you need to charge accurately, accordingly. Value your time. It's the only way to grow. Threw messages too and said, Nick, how do you afford a nice truck like that and trailer and these mowers and stuff? And I always say, look, man, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of us out here who are way bigger than I am. And I'm happy to see that. There's guys out here who are busting it. They're killing it. They're making big banks because they're a bigger company, right? More clientele, more employees, a lot of that. So, and the only way I can answer that to people would be, hey, invest in your business and charge accordingly and adjust your prices every couple of years. I'm not saying you need to change your prices every year, but I say every 2 to 3 years, maybe it's something to look into because everything goes up, cost of living, gas, fuel, insurance. Finally stopped raining. It's been raining nonstop for the last 4, 5, 6 days, as you guys know. We're gonna be back in action. Sassafras will be here in the morning, and we're gonna try to get a lot of stuff done this week because I seem to always plan stuff out for the whole week, and then we just get pushed back by the rain, and then I just forget it. So, but grass is growing with all the rain that we've had. And it hasn't been freezing temperatures. It's been chilly, but nothing crazy. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Sneaky Sunday. Peace!